Hello, and welcome to my channel, Dare to Nerd, where today I'm reacting to The Dragon Prince Season 5, Episode 4, The Great Bookery. So, I did finally finish reading the short stories in Reflections. Lord, there's not enough minutes in the day, but I have some things to talk about. First of all, Sir Sparklepuff. When we saw him mimicking Claudia in the show, it seemed like it was just this funny haha moment. But there was a story in Reflections that showed that as well, the homunculus mimicking everything Claudia did. And as the story progressed, without revealing too much, it did seem as if there was something more to it, that it wasn't just this curious creature mimicking what he sees, monkey see, monkey do. No, it seemed like there might be a deeper reason behind it. It even seemed almost at the end as if the homunculus wasn't entirely in control of when it mimicked Claudia. So what does that mean? Obviously, it's important, or else they wouldn't have made a point to write about it or put it in the show. Is there some deeper connection between Claudia and this Mothman creature that Claudia is thus far unaware of? And what would be the overall purpose of that connection? Is it to somehow take over Claudia or control her as a puppet in some way? Like, it's a little nerve-wracking. I'll be more on the lookout for it now that I know, okay, that's not just a funny thing that's happening. This might actually be serious. All right. Second of all, I want to talk about Soren because we see a lot of Claudia's trauma and the effect that all these events, including their mother leaving, has had on her. She is much more vocal and apparent about the scars that she has, those wounds left on her by her mother. We don't talk a lot about that with Soren because he tends to hide his pain behind smiles and jokes, and he does do that on purpose. He is trying to be the person that kind of uplifts the group, who is supportive and tries to lighten the mood. But behind all that, he has real abandonment issues. Like, there was this whole story about him trying to invite Corvus to be the Crown's Guard, and he was super nervous and insecure and just, you could tell how much he was hoping that Corvus would want to stay in the castle, to stay with Ezrin, and ultimately to stay with him. And it kind of started with his mom, because his mom left him too. And who even knows if he feels responsible in some way for that, because it was his illness that had his dad do some horrible dark thing that in turn made his mom leave. Now, of course it's not Soren's fault. None of this was. He was a child, for crying out loud. But it occurred to me between watching this show and reading the stories that there is just layers and layers of pain and complication with Soren's emotions, how he feels about everything that's going on. His father saved his life as a child, and he really wanted to look up to his father because of that. And when he betrayed his father, stabbed him, there's a part of him that does feel like a traitor, that or feels guilty for doing that, even though he was defending Ezrin against this enemy. He was doing his job and trying to protect someone, but that someone was his father, which is traumatizing enough as it is, but you add on to the fact that his father had sacrificed a great deal to save his life at a young age. It just makes it even more horrible and traumatizing for him. Like, can you even imagine trying to come to terms with that? Like, you want to think of this person as evil and bad and the enemy and be glad that they're dead, but at the same time, they are someone that you grew up with, that you loved, that you looked up to. Like, God. In one of the stories, Soren didn't even really want to think of his father as human, as a person, when he ran into Claudia and Terry and Viren before they went into Umbertor, he really visualized his father as this grotesque, patched together, like zombie-like abomination. And when Viren got up close and Soren had to admit, like, no, this is his dad, this is the man that he knows and that raised him, that was somehow worse. Like, that fact is harder for him to cope with. And he is coping with all of this, like, on his own. He is not talking to anyone. He is not confiding with anyone about it. He's holding it all in. So, God, I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep that up. Give this man a hug. All right, I've done my blabbing. So now, let us get into The Dragon Prince, Episode 4, The Great Bookery. Ah, Savenya! It really does look like Pride Rock, though. Okay, and I didn't mention this in the last reaction. I was tired. But, man, Amaya is so soft. Soft, supportive girlfriend. I mean, the way she, reached for Jedi's shoulder to try and comfort her because she knows that Jedi's drawing the connections between her nightmares and what Callum is telling her, and is starting to feel that pain and that stress. And, of course, the pain and stress of, what's happening in Luxaria and the fact that she can't really let people go anywhere near the city anymore, for fear that she's going to lose more people. But there was a lot of moments, little moments like that, where they were just supportive.
You are our only hope, Prince Karim of Luxaria. Lead us back to glory.
Bro, talk about a hero complex. My God! He really thinks he is the Messiah. And ye old High Priest isn't helping. I really thought he had died, also. The High Priest guy. I could have sworn someone said he was dead, but... shows how much I've been paying attention. I wonder if, because he was possessed by Erebos, is that going to have some kind of effect on him? I mean, I'm also kind of wondering that with Callum, because Callum was also possessed by Erebos. Does that mean Erebos can do that again? Is there a lingering, channel there that he can see through their eyes? That he has some kind of level of control? I'm not sure. They were possessed in different ways. The High Priest was bitten by the caterpillar versus Callum was not, so maybe there's a difference there in the spells that were used and the long-term effects. I don't know, but it is something that I'm trying to keep in mind. I also do think, with what I said in my last video, I don't think Viren's going to be able to repair any kind of relationship with Soren. I just wonder if he's going to try, or going to show some side of him, or do some act that shows that he does still love his son. Great Bookery. That is, boy, there's some Eye of Sauron stuff right there. Oh, it's all the shields and arrows from...
It's peaceful. Super creepy.
Ominous.
Just a single scratch would spread the corruption to elves, humans, horses. The infected became corrupted shadows within a matter of days. The shadow beasts hide during the day to avoid the sun. We have 5 hours before sundown.
5? That's it? Yikes. Well, you forgot the part where it seems like these shadow beasts are very difficult to kill, too, because she hit it with an explosive arrow and it just walked it off. God, look at this library! This is gonna be epic, isn't it? This library is gonna be... Yo! Oh, the colorful light coming in from the stained glass windows! Yes!
So many happy memories here from my time at university. Would you like to see my favorite place in the Great Bookery?
I would if we had time.
Ta-da!
Nanda? Nani sore?
I figured out the secret to opening it by watching the librarians.
What?
I would sometimes hide in there after the library closed, so I could read all night.
Yo, I feel such kinship with Kazi right now. I used to hide out in the library too. Just hiding out reading. I was that person. Got the runes on the ground in a circle too. Looks like a clock. Yeah, it has like the Roman numerals. And then some other symbols. So I wonder, is that a giant sundial on the floor? Or something like it? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be dope if you had a library and then the light streaming in through the windows was like telling the time on the floor? Who what? Yo, priest looks concerned. Ha! You went to him? You would. You would go to him. You arrogant fool. Yikes. Please eat them. Please barbecue them.
Rayla, there's something I've been meaning to say to you. Back when I first met you at the Banther Lodge, it wasn't right the way I treated you.
Oh.
Apology accepted.
That means a lot to me.
Oh.
Now that that's out of the way, if you ever hurt my nephew Callum again...
There it is.
I will kill you.
There it is. I was waiting for it. But yeah, that seems important to show also. Apologies never come too late. It's always good to try and mend some wounds. And she's shown that she really has learned better also, which helps a lot.
Now humans have come back to Zadia.
Oh,
The Sunfire
God.
Kingdom is lost in darkness. They're waiting for the light to return. They're waiting for you, the true
Boy.
king. of
The
the
true
dragons.
king. Wow. You really know how to stroke someone's ego, don't you? He is telling this dragon everything he wants to hear. Feeding on all of his discriminations, all of his fears and beliefs, everything. Alright, how many hours has it been? Because those books make it look like there's been a lot of hours passing. Oh, Stella's with him and not with Rayla. Wait! Hold this for me.
I left without him because I couldn't bear to put him in danger. I knew I had to be strong alone.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
Me.
Tell her. Uh-huh.
Love and trust grow a kind of strength that is much bigger than we each possess. To have that kind of strength, it's not enough to love someone. You have to trust them to share the burdens you carry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, going off on your own was kind of dumb.
Thank you. Would it be okay if I...
Hug. She gives the best hugs, though. Amaya does. Full-on bear hug.
Bow down before the swollen, oozing bed sores of a magnificent archdragon, lying motionless and depressed for decades.
Well, I mean, at least he's, honest about it. Yeesh, you really are having a full-on pity party. Party of one. But I guess that's a good thing.
Immortal Larelian was no more.
That's good, right? I mean, when someone was no more, that's dead.
Well, no.
But that is the clearest implication. Though it is somewhat odd they call them undying and immortal.
Well, that doesn't sound so immortal.
But also, there is a big difference between, like, immortal no more doesn't mean that they die. That just means that they aren't immortal anymore. Maybe they can be killed. Undying took last breath.
It's a sword. A weapon that can end a Star Touch Elf's mortal existence. The weapon. We did it.
What did you just steal? All of these things that this cuddle monkey keeps snagging is gonna become significant at some point. What scroll did you just steal? What was that? Look at how Stella is, like, looking around when he said that. Like, looking like making sure no one's looking, and then snatches a scroll. Girl, You better not be a traitor. You sus. You being a sussy monkey. Stop it.
Research! It's fun and it saves the world sometimes.
I love nerds so much.
Callum, there's a burden I'm carrying, and I've kept it a secret. And maybe that's part of what's making things weirder with us.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so.
A lot has changed. Well, some things have changed, but not everything. I would do anything for you.
There we go. Oh, you're gonna tell them about your parents? And
Runan isn't dead. My parents aren't dead.
We can help them. I saw something on one of the scrolls we were just reading. I'm sure of it. A spell that can restore bodies to separated spirits.
It's almost sundown.
We gotta go.
Time to get going.
We gotta go. Yeah.
Callum, we
you're gonna
have
have
to leave.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Not 2 minutes. And I knew they were gonna be there after dark.
Blindness has made Soren bitter. We will find a way to heal the great archdragon's eyes.
Oh, Lord. Ugh. Not there goes the sun. There it goes. Listen. You don't even know what's in there. Hiding in the shadows. Yeah, fucking bodily picks him up.
Wait, I need that to save Rayla's parents.
Pick the... There you go. Get the page.
Yes!
Yes, he says as he's being potato sack carried. Oh, come on. Again with the horse? This... Who... Boy! What is wrong with you? And she's deaf. She can't hear that they're in the building. Yo! Run! Eh? Yeah, we got problems. We got problems. I'm gonna be upset if Amaya gets hurt. I'm gonna be mad if she gets corrupted. I'm telling you.
Remember, even one scratch and you'll be corrupted.
Do you guys not know a light spell? Oh, I've been waiting to see her use this blade! It's been a while since we've seen Amaya in a real fight. Yeah, it doesn't do sh**. Look at that. Do we have any, like, sun magic at all? Nice! Please tell me that actually managed to do something. Hallelujah! Woo! Nice! Punched it. You just sucker punched it. Well done. Okay, so they can die. They're just really difficult to kill. Oh, come on. No! Oh, that's a problem. I swear to God, you better hit. There we go! Way to go, bait! It doesn't like light. Cue the glow toad. Please tell me you didn't get scratched. Please, please, please. Are you okay?
Safer to pick exit number 1 or exit number 2?
I think you spoke too soon.
Yeah. They all up in there. You're in a den.
There's too many this time.
Yeah. Oh. You better not be thinking of saying goodbye yet. Oh! The dragon? Yo! Woo! Oh, I don't know if I'd put it in your mouth,
All
but...
the action you can handle at the library.
Nice catch.
We're not leaving without you, Aunt Amaya.
No kidding. To hell with that. To hell what you said. Better do something quick, though. What? Wait, who would voice acted Amaya? Do not leave Amaya. No, do not. Do not. No. No, just grab her with your tail. Seriously? You can squish them with your paws? And you... Oh, that's a problem. Not Corvus too. What? No, there's no way they're gonna kill two characters.
It's been the greatest honor.
Nah,
serve under
shut
you.
up. No, you are not dying today. Come on. They did not leave Amaya and Corvus. Oh, they went inside Kazi's hiding place. Oh, I was about to be mad. I was about to be like, man, she can just step on them and squish the Banthers. You can't just grab Amaya or something? Really? She's right there? You can't do anything to get her? Really? I might have rage quitted if they had killed Amaya. Okay, hold up. Who dat? It's a Skywing elf with a crown. Are you going to be significant later on? So that was an exciting episode. I am worried that Zubea got bit, since the corruption does seem to spread through wounds. Amaya said it takes a few days for the corruption to spread, or it does within a few days, so a few days max. Would it take longer for an archdragon? Because they're bigger and very powerful entities? Or is that the time frame we're working with? I'm not sure if it matters. Either way, we're going to have to find a way to cure Zubea now. And probably the source of that information would be actually in the Great Bookery, wouldn't it? Yeah. I mean, the best possible solution I can think of would be to purify the Sunforge itself, because I feel like that would end the corruption. But, I mean, they already tried that. The spell that Karim was going to use to purify the Sunforge didn't even work on purifying a corrupted elf in the stories. So that spell at least is just not powerful enough to heal it. Maybe there's another purification spell, or maybe it would actually be great if Sol Regem could somehow purify it, but I do think that healing his eyes may not have the same effect that Karim wants. Sol Regem did say that he lost his hope long before he lost his sight, so who knows if he would get up and try to become the Dragon King again, even if his eyes were healed. What I'm more concerned about is there's a lot of rage there that right now is only being kept in check by his self-pity. So if they were to heal his eyes, it might have unforeseen consequences that Karim is not prepared for. I don't know. Either way, it's going to take time for them to find a way to be able to do that. So that was a lovely moment between, well, Rayla and Amaya, for one thing. Finally getting to hear an apology for past wounds, past hurts that were caused when they first met each other. Now, it was understandable given the circumstances. Amaya really did think that this elf was there to hurt her nephews, but, it's still good that those apologies were made, and it led to Rayla coming to an understanding about herself and coming clean and actually communicating with Callum. And I feel like that there was a fissure there that was mended a little bit in that just small talk. It feels like maybe they'll get back into their old stride again, that they'll become kind of that dynamic duo that we saw in some of the earlier seasons, and hopefully this distance between them will be closed. Little sus of the monkey. That was a little weird. That she looked around to make sure no one was looking and then just pocketed a scroll. She is one of the few creatures in this world that is connected to the Star Arcanum, so there might be something there that we don't yet know about with her. But that's going to do it for this reaction. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!